actually on the sim in an hour.
Okay,
so
cool.
What I might do is have a little bit of putting
Yeah, it's
practice.
fine. A bit of putting.
And then go and grab some breakfast.
Absolutely fine. Yeah, no problem.
Right.
Okay, so we look at the setup here now, okay? The left-hand one was your before, okay?
Yes. Right, yeah.
Fullish setup, ball position kind of just left of centre. For a full shot, grip was good, setup was good. So in a nice starting position there for a full shot. The problem was you were trying to do a short shot from this position, so we just watched the swing now. It's a bit kind of...
It's really jerky.
The thing is you're trying to not hit it far, yeah? And that's the problem. It's like you set up to do something that you don't want to do and then try to adapt to that by just being short and jabby, yeah? So we're going to make 3 or 4 adjustments at setup, okay? Number 1, feet go closer. Okay? So your foot's going from there inwards, and that now gives the impression, this is where people get confused, that the ball position now has moved back in your stance. Hasn't.
It's just the same place.
It's just your stance has moved in. So the ball hasn't moved relative to that left foot, to the front there. It's still just inside your left heel, and then you
just brought that together.
So what that will do now by making the foot narrower is to make it a little bit easier for you to rotate your torso through the shot. We take that lead foot and just move it back a little bit.
Just to free
and if needs be, I think we just want to just open up that foot a little bit that way, okay? Just to help that sort of hip rotator get out of the way, yeah? Okay? And then in terms of the swing, if we watch this sort of movement here now, this is the previous one on the left there, quite short and jabby, not really much twist or turn there at all. You watch this one here now as we go back. Nice. Good strike.
And finish in position.
Handshake the target. You turn to face the target, and if we just watch the movement in terms of the rhythm, there's a much smoother rhythm on that. It's maybe a little bit quicker than we can see. The strike on it is good. You come back to a nice position. Your hands are just on top of the golf ball. We can twist and rotate through the golf ball nicely. Because your lower half now being as it is, your lower half can rotate a bit more freely. When your stance was that wide, look how your right hip's trying to get this, it can't move, and that's the problem, because you're trying to do something that's not physically. If you had momentum, the club was up here whooshing around there, then fine, you'd create that movement and speed. But you've only got a 20-30 yard shot.
It's only a little dinky.
So this shot, I think, on the right hand side, this setup here now, I would say is 50 yards. At most. Give or take, okay, if it's a bit downwind or downhill, maybe on the 15th of the button, and you're 50, 60, 70 yards, then maybe that would work, okay? Sure. This setup here now is going to be more for kind of your 75 yard shots,
Yeah, sure.
And this would go anything from 50 down basically 10 yards. If you're chipping on the side of the green, even in here. Try a few shots, and if you want, when we finish now, you can chuck a few balls down there now and just chip them into the corner there. Just try and get some small little chip shots and just get a nice little control, a nice little strike. Even on these short little shots, though, we're going to try and turn our body, because the turning of the body is a slower movement than the jabbing of your arms. Your arms create speed.
Turning, because I noticed in the video that I did that very nicely at the end. I didn't really turn much before.
Don't need to. No, don't need to. Because the turning on the way back gives you the power, you see. If we turn back a long way, that creates power. Which, when we're playing a 50, 40, 30 an inward shot, we don't need the power, do we? So going back's not the thing we need to do, but we need to make sure by turning our torso through, the bigger muscles can't work as quick as your hands and your fist, your wrist, you see. So if we play this shot with just our arms and wrist, it's like a Zorro. It's always going to be quick and jabby and a bit out of control, as you said there. So get the body working a bit more. It just helps the control of that club. So I say a bit softer, a bit smoother. So
Brilliant.
Okay, makes sense?
Brilliant.
Excellent. Good stuff. Very good.